set to go. Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Sets up to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Finding some room at midfield. And some room to maneuver. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
A gain of 31 yards. And an Eagle first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Patterson. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. From 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Franks. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A first down throw. Here's Franks. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Working out of the gun, Franks. He's going to air one out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st down, Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 10. Franks now. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Flushed out right. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Franks. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Franks looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Franks. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Patterson on the carry. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis. As the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Into the secondary, past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Franks, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Franks. Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 34 yards. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Falcons 7.
Now after the touch. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
On first down, here's Franks. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Franks now from the shotgun. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running right, here's Sanders. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darquez Denard. The 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 10. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. 2nd down, Franks. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Franks. And he'll be hit as he releases it. and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Mike 42, check.
A first throw for the backup, Ryan. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The Falcons on third down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordarrelle Patterson, 33 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is Smith with the ground. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franks. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 10.
He's checking crowd.
Back to throw. Franks. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again. And this is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
And they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
They hand off to their big tight end. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 28. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. So 2nd down, and this defense certainly going to sell out to stop the run. Another run here with Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Sanders, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the